Welcome, my friends of the interwebs. I kind of wanted to have a little sit down with you guys today, just a little chat, answer some of your questions that I've gotten in the last couple of months. This is going to be regarding partnerships or YouTube partnerships. You know, if you've been a sub of mine for a while, you know that a couple of months ago I put in for YouTube partnership, and I just kind of want to explain to you how that whole thing came about, maybe give you a little bit of history. But before I start that, you know, I kind of always feel, I almost feel stupid talking about it because there's a gazillion and one videos about YouTube partnership out there already, and some of them are very, very good. However, I realize that, you know, there are a lot of people who watch my videos that they're not out searching the web for things, or searching YouTube for things. So I guess when they ask me, and I probably get 4 or 5, maybe sometimes 6 questions every day from subs of mine that want to know about the partnership thing. And so anyway, so I'm going to just explain what I know, tell you a little bit about it, and maybe even some pre-partnership history. Actually, I want to start with the pre-partnership history because it's kind of important for those of us who started out with YouTube way back when. I mean, I was a lurker on YouTube when it first came out. Sometime 2006, 2007, I actually opened an account, and then, which wasn't my Mad Bat Voodoo account. It was, I believe it was called, I think it was called RL Hunter 1. I'm not positive about that, but I think it was. But anyway, long story short on that end of it, yeah, I've been around since the very, very beginning of YouTube. And when YouTube first started offering partnerships, there was a lot of us in the community that kind of didn't like the direction YouTube was taking it. And early on, the way they chose their partners was they cherry-picked people that they wanted to be involved in the partnership program. And I think that for a couple of reasons it left a bad taste in people's mouths. And so there was kind of like us that were against the partnership thing, and we thought it was going to corrupt some kind of a purity that was vlogging, that was something special that we were involved in, and you know, there was a little bit of rebellion against becoming a YouTube partner. And I will admit that I was one of the rebels. You know, I was one of those that was like, no way am I going to become a YouTube partner. I'll never be a YouTube partner. That means I'll have to conform and all this crap. And that's really how I felt about it, and I think that's the way a lot of people still feel about it today. And we did see people change when they became partners. I think that was kind of our fears, was that when somebody became a YouTube partner, that they would change somehow. And you see it today with people who, they make a ton of videos, and they're really not they don't really interact with the rest of the community. It's seemingly all about them. Like they'll make, and I'm not busting anybody's balls on this, but they'll make like a 40-minute video, and but they'll never watch anybody else's stuff. It's just it becomes their little money machine, and they're just not part of the community anymore. And a lot of us feared that was going to happen, and sure enough, it did to a certain extent. There became partners that it became their job, and they weren't really part of the community anymore. So that was one of the things that people just were like, you know, screw this YouTube partnership thing. Well, then eventually YouTube started offering the ability for people to apply for partnership, and gradually a few more people did. They applied for partnership and became partners, and some of them did a very good job of balancing out being a partner and still being an active participant in the community as a whole. And it didn't change them. And those are the people that I think of as role models for me, because I never wanted to become one of those people that it became all about them and all about the partnership and all about making the money. And you know, I jokingly say that I'm a whore from way back and I'm all about the Benjamins, but I think people who know me on YouTube know that I haven't, in the last 2 months, I haven't changed. I still make a major effort in supporting the community. I make a major effort in watching your videos and commenting on your videos. YouTube is not making that easy these days. That's a fact. It's just horrible. But I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. But I have maintained that part of me, that community-oriented part of me that wanted to support people and in return just become part of the community. That to me was important, and I hope that never changes, and if it does, I hope some of you point it out to me and say, hey, look, you're changing. Now, I do make more videos today than I did before I became a partner, and I think because for me, I think I had somewhere around 170 or 80 or maybe even 200 videos up before I became partner, and then I took some of them down. But for the most part, around, let's just say 200 videos. But that was over the course of like 3 years of the Mad Bad Voodoo channel, which is not a lot of videos if you really think about it. Not in comparison to some people. But since I became partner, I try to make videos more often. And I enjoyed it. It's almost recharged me a little bit. There's been a few times in my YouTube lifespan where I came very close to just shutting it off. And there were even a couple of times where I think I took a week or 2 weeks to detube. And I came very close to just deciding that I was no longer going to be a vlogger, that I was at that point in my life where it's like, I've been there, done that. I didn't know that I had anything more to say. So, I think becoming a partner has changed that. All right, now enough about the past. Let's talk about the future as far as YouTube partnership goes. The first thing you should know is that to apply for partnership, they've changed the damn YouTube setup so much, but somewhere down below you'll see either, and I mean on the front page of YouTube, there should be either help feature or it may even say partnerships. Click either one of those and you can find it. You can search partners on YouTube. You'll find an area where you can apply for partnership. And I would recommend doing that. Absolutely, I would recommend doing that. As long as you're doing it for the right reasons, and that reason should be twofold. One is you have a little more time to become creative. I mean, you're not limited to the 10 minutes. You can go on. I don't know how long. I think like 2 hours. God forbid anybody make a 2-hour epic video. But and the money. Don't ever be ashamed of that. I think that a lot of people don't realize that there's money to be made on YouTube, and some people make a lot of money on YouTube. And when I mean a lot of money, I'm talking 6 figures. I mean, there's a lot of money to be made on YouTube. Now, am I making that? Hell no. And I'll get to that in a little bit. But just do it for the right reasons, because the last thing I want to see is somebody become a partner and then change who they are and then get burned out when it becomes a job and then they don't want to do it anymore. I would rather you stay the way you are and continue to vlog as opposed to become a partner and then decide, oh my God, this is a job, and then quit. Because there are things about being a partner that can lead you down that path to where it becomes like a job. And let me give you one example. As a partner, you make more money if you put up a new video. So for example, if you make $60, and this is just throwing this out there, if you put up a brand new video and that day you make $60, but the next day you don't put up a brand new video and that day you make $3, it becomes one of those things. It's like, well, 60 is so much better than 3, so I'm going to make a new video. And then you start making new videos every day and you get burned out, and that's a fear. And I hope nobody goes down that road. Now, having said that, I guess I threw some money out there. So one of the questions a lot of people have is, how much money can you make? It varies. I know partners who have more subscribers than I do, and they're just not making any money. And what I mean by that is maybe they make $50 a month. I'm seriously, 50 bucks a month. And it takes them a couple months to get to that $100 threshold. You don't get paid until you've made $100. So if you make $100 a month every month, you're going to get a check every month for $100. But if you're making $50 for that month, it's going to take you a couple months to get that check. So, and I do know YouTube partners, for whatever reason, the people watching their videos aren't clicking their ads. I don't know why, but they're not. So they're not making that much money. And then I know other YouTube partners who have around the same subscribers that I do and right around the same views that I do, that are making, you know, $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 a month. You know, I don't know if there's any rhyme or reason about it. I'm fairly new at this, so I can't explain it. I know that some ads pay more than others, and then there's that pre-roll thing where you're getting paid every single time. You don't have to rely on somebody clicking an ad. So there's a lot of different factors that can alter how much money you can make as a partner. But for the most part, I mean, is it worth it? I think it is. I don't want to say, you know, exactly how much I'm making, but, you know, I try to give a lot of mine away, though. I'll be honest with you. And I enjoy that. I really enjoy that. I said when I became a partner, I was going to see if I couldn't give it all away. So, and I've been fairly true to that. And I did the math the other day, and I believe that I'm still in the red, which is a good thing. Of course, now giving away that flip cam threw it in that direction. Had I not given away the flip cam, I'd be into black. But that flip cam kind of took me in the other direction. But anyway, I think it's worth it. I think it's worth. Listen, even if you only make $50 a month, that pays your internet. You know, why not? It doesn't. You know, it's no big deal. As long as you stay true and don't become a douchebag. You know, that's really the key. Do not become a douchebag, and maintain that relationship with the community that you had prior to becoming a YouTube partner. Now, I want to say, a lot of people ask me, well, how long does it take and what qualifications do you have to have? You know, first of all, how long does it take? Well, let me tell you how I became a partner to begin with, because I did not initially apply to become a partner. That wasn't how it happened with me. YouTube had sent me an email on my Gmail account one day, and it said, hey, one of your videos is becoming popular. Would you like to monetize it? And I was like, no, what the hell? I mean, it was a video that I had made like a couple of years ago. And I thought, it's up there, so no sweat off my balls, why not? And but here's the catch. In the process of saying, yeah, I want to monetize that, you then had to apply for their partnership program. And it was going to be a quote-unquote limited partnership, and some of you know what I'm talking about, that have already got videos that are monetized. So I applied, okay, for their partnership program. Really didn't think anything of it, to be honest with you. And then, of course, you have to sign up for AdSense. In fact, I would recommend everybody sign up for AdSense now. And hopefully, after you get done watching this video, you do two things. Sign up for AdSense and go ahead and open up or apply for partnership. Now, do the AdSense thing first. Get that out of the way before you apply for partnership. Now, here's the thing. I applied for partnership, and then I didn't hear anything. If you go to the thing where you apply, once you apply, it says, I think it says application being reviewed or application, reviewed. I don't know, whatever the deal was, but you could tell you were not a partner yet. And then I think like a week later, or not even a week later, like 2 days later, they sent me another email saying, one of your videos is becoming popular, would you like to monetize it? So I said yes. That happened like 4 times altogether. So I actually had 4 videos that I was getting paid on, but I was not a quote-unquote YouTube partner. I was a limited partner, which meant jack squat, I guess. So, well, I'll tell you what that means in a minute. So months went by. 4 months. 4 solid months of your application is being processed. And then one day I got a... in fact, it was to the point where I wasn't sure what the deal was. I didn't know if I was put in some kind of a black hole or, I didn't know. But one day I got an email from Google, from YouTube, that said, welcome to the partnership program. Your application's been accepted, yada, yada, yada. And then there was some little hoops, small hoops, that had to be jumped through, some crap they wanted you to watch, kind of like a, how-to partnership demo video or some crap like that. And but it was all good to me. And once you become a partner, then you can take all your videos and put ads on them, which then I did. And here's an important thing. I want you to pay attention to what I'm about to say. Other than, well, hang tight. It took me 4 months. Some people it takes a few weeks. Some people it takes 2 months. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Qualifications wise, you know, I've seen people make partner that had 300 subscribers and 10 videos. Then I've seen people that put in for partnership. Safe Farms Review, Steve from Safe Farms Review. This guy's got a majorly killer channel, a really good channel with really good content, and he has a lot more subs than I do. I mean, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 times as many subs as I do. And he didn't get it. They turned him down. It's like they've got, I don't know if they've got some kind of computer thing that, I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know. I tell people all the time, put in for partnership ASAP. If you get turned down, the worst case scenario is I think you've got to wait 2 months to reapply. I think, I'm not positive about that, but I'm pretty sure. So what? You know, I don't care if you've got 5 subscribers and you're new to YouTube, put in for it. So they turn you down. That you might get lucky. You know, like I said, there just doesn't seem to be no rhyme, no reason to it. If there was, Safe Farms Review would be a partnered channel because it's some quality stuff. So Steve, I gave you a shout out, brother, and you know what? And I really believe that about you. You got a great channel. So, all right. Having said all that, then you're going to put in for partnership. I was going to say something else. I got a little sidetracked with Safe Farms Review's channel, but there are people I know that went 4 months and then got turned down. It's in, you know, I think. Well, I don't want to name anybody's names because this person, I don't think he wants his name named. But I know a dude who told me flat out, he went to 4 months just like I did, but instead of getting the congratulations letter, he got the not so congratulations letter. Another thing too about getting paid, there's like a waiting month. So it's like once you qualify for that $100, then there's like a 30-day wait, and then they issue a check. So, you know, I think you'll get one more check after you quit. If I quit making videos today, I would get an extra check at the end. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. And you can choose to either have a direct deposit or a check sent to you. I chose to have a check sent to me because I wanted to, you know, I wanted to scan in that check. I may switch it over to direct deposit, but the check seemed to come pretty quick. It was just kind of neat to see a check from Google Inc. I thought it was neat, at least. I enjoyed it. Of course, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, you know, the partnership thing. You know, people have asked me so many questions, and I'm trying to filter all these questions because I know I'm missing some things. But here's a very important thing. It was what I was going to say before I got sidetracked with Safe Farms Review. So something to this dude. If you're making videos now, be very, very careful to use music and video and graphics that you have the rights to use. A lot of people make some really great videos, but they're using copyrighted music in their videos or other copyrighted things in their videos, and in the end, that's gonna hurt them. Even if YouTube doesn't hold it against you in your partnership situation, they're not going to let you monetize those. So let me give you an example. I have 2 videos, and I still have them up on my channel. Thank God YouTube didn't take them down. But the one video is called Party at the Voodoo House South, and the other one is, I want to say, Mark's Birthday. All right. I went to monetize them, put ads on them, and YouTube declined it because in both situations, I had it was a part, like the one was a party. It was a party at my house in Kentucky, and there was a boom box, and the song that I believe was playing was a Van Halen tune. But it was in the distance. It was like, it wasn't even what you would consider up front as part of like a soundtrack. It was just a boom box going with some music on it, and YouTube did not monitor, would not partner that particular video. So if you've got 20 or 30 videos that you've made and all of them have music or some kind of a graphic that doesn't belong to you or video that doesn't belong to you, you're screwing yourself. Be very, very careful about that. There are places on the internet that you can go and get music that's not copyright, or that is like a shareware or a freeware type music that you can use. Because when you put one of your videos up for an ad, when you choose the enable revenue sharing, when you go to your videos, just like you can do today, there'll be an extra button, and that extra button says enable revenue sharing. When you click that button, there's like a half a dozen questions that pop up that you have to, they're yes or no. That's it. Yes or no. That's all you can answer. And one of the questions is, does this video have music? Yes or no. Do you have the rights to have this music? Yes or no. And then you actually have to supply them with the documentation telling them that you have the rights. And if you don't, then they're not going to monetize that. In fact, they may even take that video down. So I would, from Jump Street, literally from Jump Street, I would make sure to watch my P's and Q's with the copyright stuff, because it's a simple numbers game. The more videos that you have up, the more revenue you're going to make, residual revenue. For example, I still get in, people still click on my some of my older videos. Let's say Interview with the Hillbilly video. They still click on that video, and from time to time somebody clicks an ad on that video. I make revenue on that. I haven't made that video's been up forever. As long as revenue sharing is enabled on that video, it will always be a source of revenue. So the more videos you have up, the more sources of revenue. So for example, if you have ideally 1,000 videos up, you could sit back and never make another video and still have a fair amount of money coming in every month. So, but you'll really kick yourself if you've got 50 videos or 100 videos that you've made, but each one of them has some kind of a copyright issue. Then it's just you'll hate that. Trust me, you will hate that. I felt pretty good that I only had 2. Of course, most of my videos are just me shooting the shit, so I'm very blessed there. Or me shooting some shit, But that's something I want everybody to keep in mind. Just be very careful about the revenue situation, and very careful about, make sure that your stuff doesn't have copyright issues. Because if it does, like I said, you'll kick yourself. So, I think I've answered, for the most part, everybody's questions. I just got a question today that was, I'm new, what chances do you think I have? And, like I said, just to revisit that, I've seen people with very few subs and very few views or videos make partnership. And then I've seen some really great channels not make partnership. So give it a shot. Like I said, the worst they can do is say no, and then you just reapply when the first chance you get. You just reapply. Eventually, you'll get it. And I hope everybody who is a subscriber of mine, or I hope everybody, period, that makes videos becomes partner. In fact, if you want to know the truth, my feelings are this. If you are a content provider, okay, which means you make content, original content that you own, and you put it on YouTube for others to see, I believe you should be paid for your content. And here's why I feel that way. I feel that way because without your content, without our content, without the creator's content, there's no purpose for anybody to come to YouTube. So YouTube is not a business without our content. Just like NBC, ABC, CBS are not businesses without content. Every show that's played on ABC nobody's doing those for free. So if you're watching Lost, the producers of Lost are making money. They're getting paid for producing that show. That's the way it works. Because if there wasn't anybody producing shows for ABC would not, there would be no purpose for them to exist. They wouldn't be able to make money. So YouTube would not be able to make money without the content that content providers are providing. So in my opinion, humble as it may be, if you're providing content for YouTube, I don't care what it is. If you're providing content for YouTube and people are watching that content, you deserve to get paid. And that may be where YouTube's going with their partnership program. I don't know. I know they're doing some things with rentals and things like that. But for the most part, from what I see, I don't think the rental thing's really taken off for them. It just doesn't look to be. It doesn't look to be a winner. I may be wrong in the end about that, but early indications, as far as I'm concerned, is that's a no-go. So they're stuck with it. Listen, if YouTube can't figure out how to make money with ads from that millions and millions of people are watching every day, then they got issues with their corporate structure. And they're not even paying us until somebody clicks an ad, so they don't have any money out until then. But anyway, having said that, I won't get down to that road. But I hope everybody becomes a partner. I know a lot of people say, well, I don't want to be a partner, but I hope you change your mind. I mean, I think the stigma of being a partner is over. I think that was generated by YouTube's missteps early on with their partnership program. Cherry picking people, saying you're good enough and ignoring other people. And there were some people early on, I wasn't really butthurt about it, truthfully, but I knew some people that had put a lot of effort into their YouTube channels, and they weren't chosen to become partners. And this was, like I said, early on, before you could apply. YouTube made some missteps. They created some bad will with the YouTube community. But hopefully that's changing, and I would like to see everybody go ahead and I'm not saying that you make videos to make money. I know some people, that's not their motivation. But you know what? There's nothing wrong with a couple bucks in your pocket every now and again, and if you're really that opposed to making money off of your vlogs, then donate it. Do what I do. I give a lot of mine away. I mean, have a little contest. Do stuff like that. Anyway, hopefully that answered everybody's questions. If you got any more questions, hit me up in the comments section. I don't know how long this video is. It doesn't really matter because I'm a partner, because I can make a 2-hour video apparently. Which is so stress-free. It's so nice. If for no other reason than to not have to worry about that 10-minute thing, apply for partner today. When you get off of this video, apply for partnership. And by the way, take care of your friends that are partners. It doesn't take but a second to hook them up. And then I'm sure that you'll build karma up, so what comes around goes around. So anyway, everybody, I hope you learned something. Maybe you didn't. I don't know. It was good being in front of the camera again. Without my hat, I kind of feel naked, but it is what it is. Anyway, everybody take care.